morning. So I'm in the tiny, of course. I have painted, and my hood turned out pretty nice. It's hot in here because my curtains have fallen down, and I need to get some curtains up. I need to take that down. I could start with that. And got to do some cleaning. I made a terrible mess in here, sanding. I sanded my cabinet doors in here. Here they are. I have ordered tung oil, and that's, let's see, today's Wednesday. They said it wouldn't be here till Monday. Good grief. Okay, anyway, I don't know where it's coming from, but so I should have tung oil, and I've got things to put tung oil on. I'm considering this as a backdrop, and that's why it's there temporarily. But I'm going to put things back together. Paint. It's not exactly what I was aiming for, but it goes well. I put enough red. I was missing red, and I probably should have started with green and added white instead of starting with white and adding green. But I like the color. I like how it looks with the wood. I'm going to clean this up. I got some paint on it, but I'm going to put tung oil on it. Oh, and you need to see underneath how lovely. Much better, don't you think? Okay, so I'm considering taking down that wallpaper. But I think I'm going to do this first. I'm not going to worry about the wallpaper. I think I'm going to leave the wallpaper. Okay, let's get this party started. Put things back together and get this place cleaned up. That should not have been that difficult. So now, we'll see. I'm going to get this mess cleaned up. There's always a mess to be cleaned up. And sometimes I do. And sometimes I go for a week, and it is really bad. About 2 days ago, late in the afternoon, we got caught in one of those, what you call a dirt devil, dust devil. A dust devil. And you could just tell. And Mona, poor Mona, she was in the house with us, and she just jumped out of bed, like, cause it went, and then it just kind of stayed on us for a few seconds, and I'm like, whoa, are we going to Kansas? No, not at the moment. Okay. So, what do you think about the colors? See, I don't know, When you look at them, I'm liking it. I'm good with it. I do not like all the holes. I do not like all the holes in my wall. Can you see those? I don't know if the camera's picking them up. But this whole thing, it's clean, but, you know, it almost feels like soap residue. Or it looks like soap residue. I got really strong-armed with it. I use steel wool. But look how clean that screen is. Well, I did the thing. Cabinet doors back on. Stove hood back in place. And I forgot where my screws were. So, you know, I ended one video with, thank you for watching this episode of Do Everything Twice. Because invariably, okay, I couldn't find the screws. And so I thought, well, I'll use these. And then I put them in, and I was like, that's very obvious. And then as I'm still settled with it. And when I opened the cabinet, I found the screws, because I do this really smart thing where I take the screws, I tape them together, and then I attach them to whatever they came off of. I didn't see them right away, so I thought, oh no, what have I done? I've lost them. So I had to go back and redo those, and so they're done. And it's still a little wonky, but I'm okay with it, I think. So that's my morning work inside the tiny. I have painted the benches. I have painted parts of the benches. One of them is finished, and the other two are in some, I can't remember how far I got. And I have been doing that later in the day, which is really not the best time. I should be out there doing that, because out there doing that is in the sun in the afternoon. But it was nice and cool yesterday evening. It was hot in the sun. But I did get a lot of the painting done, and the paint used. I've got way too much paint in a funky color. And I'm thinking, what could I do? What I could do is add white, more white, and make it with that very light color, teal. It's kind of tealish, and a little bit of olive green, because it doesn't clash. And I could paint my ceilings. I'm still debating on whether to paint the ceiling, to be honest. It's really bad on that side because at some point before I owned it, it had a leak. And I've never seen it leak over there. One time, but I fixed that. And it was because I had snow on the roof. And I wasn't in the tiny. I was living in a little apartment. And it snowed. And all that was sitting on my roof. So I couldn't get there to get it off. So when I was able to get over there finally, it had leaked into my cabinet. So I did get up there and put roof coating on there. So it has been done. It's just you need to do it ever so often, and especially if it's been sitting in the sun for 3 years in the desert, drying out and shrinking up and stuff. So those are big things I've got to do on the outside, and I may recruit help to get some of these things done. That is going to be too much for me. Right now, it is starting at 9:30 to heat up in here. It's going to be a hot day again. And I was so grateful for the reprieve. It has been nice. And it moved all that heat. They said extreme heat. It was just heat. And all of that moved. And now it's heading your way. And bless your hearts, because y'all got like 98% humidity. And it's not even raining. That's what does make it bearable, is that I think at the hottest point, the humidity was like 10%. So that's going to be an adjustment, getting used to humidity again. My skin will be grateful. And the tiny will seal itself up when it gets all that moisture going. We can hope. Okay, y'all. I am going to call it today, at least for video. If I do anything, I'll catch you up and let you see. Because I am doing things. For one, I'm knitting a sweater. 2, I'm knitting another sweater. 3, I am painting benches. 4, I have to go to town. That's for another day. I love y'all.
Yeah. May the road rise to meet you, and the sun kiss your face. May there always be a miracle waiting just to bless your day. Life won't always hand you roses. Don't let it get you down. Keep your eyes on what your goal is, and your feet on solid ground. Take this with you where you go. You are love, 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 love. You are loved, yeah, you are. You are love, 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 love. You are loved, yeah, you are. Might you walk courageously through the valley of your doubt. Might you always strive to just keep believing in yourself when the trouble comes and it